990 here, and I am going to show you my little house that I bought on Elder Scrolls Online. So far, there's not really much as far as furniture goes because it took me so long to acquire the coin to buy it, thanks to a lovely friend who I am going to give a shout out. Carl One Dude, super cool guy. And I very much enjoy playing Apex with this person. So, if you like my content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. You don't necessarily have to do all three, but I would appreciate it if you did. So, getting into this video. Okay, as far as, you can go into House Editor and move around your plants. You can even move around your steed there. You can move the trees. But there's only so many places you can put things. And seeing as this house is not even in a map that I've unlocked yet, basically I just looked on the map and saw that there was a house or a list of houses, and this was among them. So this is the basic it. I have a cat inside. That's one of my little familiar things. I have a imp dragon that follows me around, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's mostly just aesthetics. But this cat, when you place your animals inside your home, you can actually navigate where they wander to and the pattern in which they stalk the house. But this is one of the two things of furniture I have in here. So it's pretty basic. The house comes with the storage box basically, and you can also rename your house. Since my character's name is Mallory Sanguine, I chose to name the house Mallory Manor, which makes sense. So, in order for me to get out of here, you can zoom in on the map and you can select other areas. There's Evermore. Let's see. You can also just go to your journal to check out your quests. Seeing I have a list of those. Not necessarily as many as I do on Skyrim, but that's because there's only a limited amount of space that you can have to have quests in your inventory. And as far as social goes, you can join guilds, you can voice chat, text chat, use emotes, groups, guilds, friends, and you can even use an email. And you also have a very limited space, just like you would on Skyrim, for your regular inventory of things. Slottable items. I mostly have a lot of maps. I probably should put those away somewhere, but that's besides the point. You have a category for your weapons. You have main hand and offhand, and you can even switch up main hand backup and offhand backup. You get to wear 2 rings, a necklace, and you can even change your appearance. Just because you're wearing a certain type of armor doesn't mean you have to look like you're wearing, mismatched armor. You could actually just use one of these, and that's what you'll look like. Seeing as I've chosen this appearance, I'm going to leave it as that. Currencies. You get alliance points, gold, you get stones, vouchers, and a variety of other kinds that I have yet to collect. I've mostly been spending a lot of time playing Apex. I'll probably do another video for Apex. Be forewarned, if I do a video on Apex, there's probably going to be a lot of foul language. But mostly I'm going to go to, let's see, journal, go to not skills, but journal quests. I have some that are highlighted. There was one in particular that I was attempting to complete, but I think I may have completed them all. Oh no. Restoring order. Soul of Night. I probably won't be doing any quests. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I do want to select this so I can show it on the map. You can zoom out, you can zoom in. You can also switch the level in which you're looking at. Let's see. Go back here. That's where one of my quests is, but you can't just fast travel to any one of these places. Apparently, in this game, you have to go to way shrines, and they cost coin, so whenever you kill something, make sure you collect that coin. It's important. And the way the fast travel is, it's very beautiful. I love the imagery, even the hand movements. It's amazing. I probably won't make this video very long like I normally would for like Skyrim or some of my other videos that I have done in the past, like Borderlands 3. And you can interact with other players. As you can see here, this is another player. They just so happen to be standing there next to the way shrine. So, you can go to your map. This is where your quest is. You can this right here basically is another sign where there are other quests. Like if you're leaving the town, it shows you what quests are beyond that area. And seeing as I have to make it here, let's see, you can mark it on your map as well. So that way you can mosey. And one of the cool things about this game is you're less likely to be verbally assaulted by the residents in the area, especially if you do a lot of good deeds. And on occasion you'll hear a guard say something complimentary to a quest that you've completed. which is kind of cool. Like, aren't you the person that did such and such in Stormhaven? Or Sovngarde? You know, the basic places. Let's see. Let's talk to the sergeant.
I tell you, things grow darker here by the damn hour. Reachmen are right down there. Came in by boat, took the lighthouse, and now they're crawling up in the woods to assess our defenses. Some homeowners will just sit here and watch. Captain Huron's fought the bastards leader before, Strasnock. He says we're outmatched and we have to just wait them out. I say the captain's a few links shy of a full chain. With our defenses weakened, we can't risk waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Captain's ordered us to go back, not you. And he did say we need more outside help. Morale's been down in the dung heap since King Eamon died. If you can lop off this Strasnock's head, it'd be an inspiration to the men.
Strasnock? What an interesting name.
I won't lie to you, friend. Things are grim. The king and his heirs are dead. Our forces decimated. Crows are everywhere. People have lost hope. Bring Strasnock's head to Captain Huron at the south gate. That'll be a big win for us. The king's brother, Duke Renchant. He's at least acting as regent right now. Should have been Queen Argella who took over. But she's not been herself. Understandable after losing her husband and her children. But the people miss her. I wouldn't say that. They just don't know him. Renchant's doing the best he can with what he's got. He's taking action. He's the one who put Captain Huron in charge of defenses. I'm trying not to hold that against him, though.
I love how it's so different.
Captain. He's probably the right man for the job. He's a Nord, and he's fought the Reachmen before. With most of our officers dead, the Duke only had so many options. We had to have someone new. Sir Jarned? Poor old sot. He was escorting Princess Alara when she got ambushed and killed. Jarned would have been better off if he had died there too. I thought the Queen was going to have him executed. He got off lucky, really. Beats the oblivion out of me. Ever since King Eamon died, they've been showing up all over the city. With all their cackling, it's a damn plague. Creepy, too. They're just sitting there, watching us. It's like they've come to see us all die.
Probably.
I shouldn't talk bad about the captain. He's probably the right man for the job. He's a Nord, and he's fought the Reachmen before.
Man.
Most of our
Okay, so I gotta go collect somebody's head. Probably be best to figure out where that is. So it's in a place on the map that I haven't been to yet. I'm gonna mark it. New adventures. Dark Witness Thornslinger. Interesting. There's one there as well. So, when I was talking about earlier where you can switch hands in the game, you can also switch so you can actually show off your character. Of course, I chose a dark elf because I just love dark elves. That's just something personal to me. And you can switch it back. You can also switch to your other set of weapons. Like, for my main hand, I have a bow and arrow. And for my back my, I guess a second main hand, like backup, I have two swords. Of course, they're enchanted. I'm not gonna see. And if you press the right button on your D-pad, you can switch between all of the quests that you have. Let's see. Of course, it would just be easier to go into your inventory, to your journal, to your quests, and just select that one so it shows up on the map. And of course, there's going to be enemies in the way, so I have the option of poison arrows. Joy. But I'm out of range. Looks like I'm gonna have to get closer. You can also assign special things towards your whatever weapon you have equipped, or if you're an assassin or what have you. Also, I have a siphoning power. And it also shows where they're going to be shooting. And if you can get out of the way quick enough, huh. Then you don't really have much of an issue. Once again, there's another player nearby. I'm pretty sure I'm in guild chat, so I don't think that they can hear me. But that's all good. Oh, there are slaughterfish in this game, but only if you swim out far enough. And you can't dive underwater, which is kind of a sucky thing, which makes me really, really cherish and treasure Skyrim. Because who doesn't want to die underwater? You know what? Oh, you're gonna back up, really? You can also block them. And if you run out of stamina, you can always use your magic, which I at least try to keep one thing of magic on each one, because if I run out of stamina, I'll still have magic. And it gives you an opportunity to wait for your stamina build back up, which seems to happen pretty fast. And there's a possibility that I could die. They're dead. And I love how I can just circle around them and just... Where'd you go? Are you running away? And they're dead. So, I'm going to give myself an opportunity to build up my stamina, possibly even switch my weapons because I don't need any interference. And if you're too far away, it doesn't matter how well your aim is, it's not going to hit the target enough to actually get their attention. So, if you know how to do it, you can just sneak on by them. Seeing as there's some on both sides, might be better off just, you know, killing them. That is another player. Evermore soldier. So, no need to panic.
I hope you'll forgive me for making assumptions, but... well, you look like someone who knows how to fight. I mean, if not, then you certainly fooled me. If you do know how to fight, well then, we could really use your help.
And seeing as I've already basically accepted the quest. Well, I can run up and attack them, or I can shoot them from afar. Seeing as they're not an archer, I think it's best to do this. Come on. There you go. And they're dead. So I have to go collect somebody's head. I have yet to find them. So maybe I can at least attempt to take one of them out. Alright. You can also take potions, which I seem to have a decent amount of. Like I said, if they start lighting up yellow, then you can loot them. Otherwise, wouldn't worry too much about it. Looks like they've already killed some folks, and the bodies are just over here rotting. Sucks for them. Yeah. And if you back away far enough, yeah, I don't need those, so... Alright. So far, all I'm seeing is like minions and lackeys. Oh, and by the way, if you kill a spider or any animal, like a werewolf, what will end up happening if there's a second one nearby, that one animal will go and eat the other animal and regain its full strength. They're straight up cannibals. Okay, so if I were to go hunting for someone's head... Well, let's see. It's in this direction. Magica treasure map. I probably already have it, but why not? Since I have a limited amount of space in my inventory, I don't hold on to very many potions. Didn't I just kill them? I mean, for real. And you can't really jump very high.
Aha! More knucklebones for my necklace!
Oh, lovely. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, I'm gonna die. But perfect opportunity to show you. If you have soul gems that are full, you can revive yourself right there where you died. If not, then you end up going to the nearest way shrine. Not sure how I feel about that just yet. So, while you're dead, you can maneuver around. You don't necessarily have to be like right there in. Let's see.
Aha! More knucklebones for my necklace!
And as long as you can avoid getting hit. Ugh, unfortunately, my character is not wanting to switch weapons right now. I can't move, which sucks. You can also turn it back on them. And I can use my siphoning to take their life's energy and use it for my own. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to survive this encounter if I don't, you know, get out of here. I'm trapped. And now I have to take his head. And since I'm up here alone, this gives me an opportunity to basically hide out and regain my energies and stuff. And just like Skyrim, you do take fall damage, which is unfortunate. You can also pick up the weapons that are in the weapons racks. They're not just there for show. Looking in the bookshelves, you may find one book that is actually something that you're looking for. You can sit and read the book, or you can just basically collect the information and have it stored in your internal memory for the game. So I have an option. I can either fast travel back to where I was, or let's see. Which I think that's what I should do. I think I should go ahead and fast travel. Or I could walk there and battle through more enemies. But for the sake of the timing and all that stuff on the video, since it's already at like 30 minutes or so, I'm going to go ahead and fast travel. And then walk to where I need to deliver the head. So, let's check out the map. Since I have to go here, I'm going to go ahead and mark it for blue. So I can go around if I want. Yay. There are cute little creatures around here, but that's not one of them. And to put your weapons away, you hold down the left D-pad. Left button on your D-pad. Can't go that way. Looks like I'm gonna have to go that way and run through the city. Oh joy.
I know you. You exposed the mad constable in Coghlan village. Rutger guide you.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They're like, yay, you're a hero. We're gonna say nice things about you, or at least acknowledge your existence and not be rude. So cool. Makes me a very happy camper.
Help me get back on my feet.
And unlike Skyrim, you don't necessarily have an option to give coin to the character sitting on the street. At least not like that. So let's see. Okay. Here we are. Talk to this guy.
So you're the one wreaking havoc down there among those hawkers. I've tangled with a reachman or two in my day. I promise off to anyone who charges into their ranks that way. Don't suppose you've come to enlist in the town guard?
Yeah, no.
I've old Strasnock's head. Sure bones. Somebody buy this crazy bastard a cup of mead. You like to cut off Reachman heads, you've come to the right place, my friend. Have you met Duke Renchant? Duke will want to meet you.
I'll bet he will.
Good. Take your time, though. Rest up. You've earned it. The Duke will know of your deed, and you can go see him in the castle when you're ready. He'll reward you well. I'll even offer you my job. It's yours if you want it.
Every time you complete a quest, you end up going on another quest until that quest is finished. And then sometimes you just randomly go up to people and start talking to them, and then all of a sudden you have a quest, just like Skyrim. And you can also get rid of the quests. I've never tried that on Skyrim, but you can go to your quest, and if you're not ready for that quest, or you wanted to make room for a different one, because you know that you either can't or no longer wish to complete that quest, you can just erase it from your quest inventory. which is kind of cool. Because if you already surpassed all the level 1 stuff, there's no need to have level 1 quest in there. Especially if it's one that you can complete multiple times. And yes, there are quests like that. Let's see. Show on the map. Alright, so most likely I'm gonna mosey my character on up to wherever I'm supposed to meet the Duke or whoever, and probably stop the video. But here's another thing that I usually don't participate in, but I probably should. You can examine probationer writs and alchemist writs, and since I don't usually do those, I mostly just like playing by myself as if I were playing Skyrim. But I mean, there are situations where guild matches are ideal. So you can make things for other players. You can put them in your guild stores. All that good stuff. The outfit station is so complicated. I don't even want to get into it on this video. It will take forever. There's outfit stations. There's... Instead of like in Skyrim where you just have like workbenches and stuff and you can go up there as long as you have the materials, you have to be a specific level to be able to complete things. And you can't just buy everything you need at the store. A lot of it you can only buy specific things to that specific store. But I'm not going to get too much into that. I'm just going to go on and mosey my way up here so that I can see. Look, there's the crows that they were talking about. Love it. And yes, you can have different types of steeds. There's one in particular that I have yet to buy, but it's all good. When I get back to that city, I will take care of that. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Pardon my intrusion.
And look at the
I would
orcs.
speak to you on behalf of Queen Argella. I am her handmaiden.
It looks
The
nice.
Queen has heard of your recent accomplishments, and she asked me to make a private request on her behalf. He is. The Queen stepped aside, but she remains the rightful ruler of the kingdom, and she still cares deeply for its people. Even now, in mourning, she attends to wounded soldiers and refugees in the chapel, but she has other concerns as well. Quite frankly, she's concerned about the city's defenses. But of course, she cannot publicly question the Duke's policies. This is why we were hoping you could discreetly investigate to see if there's any merit to some of the rumors we've heard.
I'll investigate. No problemo.
Her Majesty would ask you to inspect the defenses at the East Gate and ask the former guard captain, Sir Jarnet, for his assessment of the Duke's strategy. If you are willing, the Queen also wishes to know why a refugee was put in the stocks. I know Her Majesty would appreciate if you gave these matters the highest priority. After you've completed your investigation, come speak to the Queen at the Chapel of St. Pelin. If there are problems, she should know as soon as possible.
See, there's 3 questions here, or you can just leave.
Sadly, I expect you are most likely to find him in the tavern, drinking away his sorrows. After Princess Ilara was killed while under his protection, the Queen herself demanded he step down. He was crushed.
Alright, so...
By no means does she wish to reinstate him. but Sir Jarnet was the captain of the guard here in Evermore for more than a decade. He was a longtime friend of King Aemond as well. The Queen simply wants to hear his assessment of the city's defenses. If we knew that, we wouldn't have to ask for your assistance. The bottom line is that the Queen deferred to Duke Renshin because she believed he was better suited to defend the city. Now, she simply wants to make sure he's doing a good job. Just vague rumors. Let's face it, our forces were devastated in the last battle with the Reachmen, and there is no doubt our defenses are stretched thin. We just want to make sure...
Enough's enough with the questioning. It's already 40 minutes in, and I don't want to push it. So, if you enjoy my content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. You don't necessarily have to do all three, but I would appreciate it if you did. So, on that note, Dollface is out. And always, don't forget to stay magical, nerds.